Hi, I'd like to welcome you to my home today. I want to talk about overcoming objections and areas of concerns. You know, when people first take a look at the business, there's a lot of questions that they have, and I think it's important that we get back together with people right away within 24 to 48 hours, whether it's in their home or at your office or maybe a cup of coffee, because they have some concerns. And so some of the concerns are, how am I going to learn all the answers to the questions? What if someone asks me something that I don't know the answer to? So one of the things that we're going to do is we're going to share some average concerns or areas of concerns that people have. So I'm going to invite you into the house today, and we're going to talk about some of the areas that people have that stops them from taking action. There's only two reasons that people don't do this business. One is they don't take the time to fully understand who we are and what we do. And then the second reason is they don't think that they can do it. So my feeling is, let's give people as much information as they need to make a decision to get started with us. Come on in. Well, I'm glad we got a chance to get back together today. You know, after the business briefing, I asked you what intrigued you most about what you sat through, the part-time income or the fact that we can maybe make a career change or help people financially. And the first words out of your mouth was, I'm not interested. But the fact is, most people don't see themselves doing this because they don't have enough information on what we do. You know, sometimes people say, well, this is not for me. And when someone says it's not for me, my feeling is, how do you know if you haven't tried it? And I use a bunch of examples or analogies where if you were going to learn to swim, you don't watch a video, what you do, and see, do I like to swim or not? The only way to learn to swim or see if you like it is get in the water. And my feeling is, why don't you give this thing 30, 60 days? This way you learn more about who we are and what we do. The first thing that will happen is you'll help some people through the process. You'll see what we do across the kitchen table. Second thing is you'll get a great education on what we do and the value we provide. And the third thing is, through our field training bonus, you'll actually make some money while you're learning the business, and you'll get a license. Like a spare tire. You have a spare tire in your car, hoping you don't use it, but God forbid you're driving somewhere and your car and you get a flat tire on your car. You have a spare tire just in case. Well, most people don't have a spare tire in their business or their career. So this is a great opportunity for you to have a license and have something to fall back on. You know, sometimes people have concerns because you hear things like, I spoke to someone who took a look at your business, or I Googled you. And sometimes you get some negative feedback. And so my question is, when you Google, what did you Google? What happens is people try to gather information from people that aren't a reliable source. So my feeling is, if you want to learn more about our business, then what you've got to do is you've got to learn from people that are in the business. Like example, like I used to teach a karate school. If you want to learn about a karate school, learn from students that are in there that are participating, not somebody who went to one class and left. So all I'm saying is, somebody's checked us out before. And if you want to get some more information, speak to people that are involved in the business so you can get all the information you need. Yeah, one of the questions we get a lot is, well, where do you find your clients? Do I have to cold call? And really what people are asking when they say, where do I find my clients, is they're asking, what if I run out of people to talk to? Well, I've been doing this now many years. I've never made a cold call. I've never knocked on doors. I never put an ad in the paper. I never went out and cold prospected and tried to, find clients or recruits. 100% of the people that we personally recruited or did business with over the kitchen table were referrals. Now think about this right now. During the holidays, who do you send holiday cards to, or who do you receive holiday cards? If you were just gonna have a baby, who's the first 5 or 10 people you would call to tell them, hey, we had a boy or we had a girl? You think about it right now, social media is big today. Whether it's Instagram or Facebook, people have 300, 500, 1,000, 2,000 friends or followers that they have that either know them or they know or know you. All great companies grow through referrals. Restaurants, you don't look in the ad in the paper, somebody says, man, I went to this great restaurant, or a dentist or a doctor, right? That's what happens is referral. A referral-based business is a never-ending sales and recruiting process. One of the questions that people ask all the time is, do I have to come to meetings? Or why do I have to go to every meeting? And I always say, you learn the business across the kitchen table, but you build the business in the meetings. And the meetings are where you're going to get all the fundamentals. It's like going to church. You know, people say, well, I go to church every Sunday. Well, why would you go every Sunday if you've already been there once? You know, the way you feed your body physically is the way you should feed your business and feed your knowledge. It's like you never go 3 or 4 days and skip a meal. As new people, at least the first 13 weeks when you get involved in our business, you need to attend as many meetings as you can. And to me, the more you put in, the more you get out. Now, if you miss a meeting, nobody takes you outside and whips you with a wet noodle, but the more you put into it, the more return you're gonna get on your time. And so I look at that the same way in our business as is learning. It's a learning process. You know, it takes 300 to 350 hours of sitting through meetings to really understand who we are and what we do. And it's not just about you attending meetings. I said it's to build a business. You want to bring people with you. So your goal is to grow attendance, because now what you're doing is you're creating leverage in your business. One of the things that we talk about is attending meetings. Well, if you're going to attend meetings, you attend meetings so you can build your business. You want to rally people to events. So you want to make sure you're inviting people down to the office. And so one of the questions you're going to get asked a lot is, what is it? People are going to say, what is it? And I remember when I was new, somebody asked me, what is it? And I was like, because I didn't want to explain anything. I didn't know what to say. I wasn't licensed. Keep in mind, when someone asks you that, it's because you provoked it. Nobody's ever came up to you and said, hey, by the way, what is it? Unless you created that opportunity. You don't have to be great at closing in the beginning, but there's 3 things you've got to learn how to do eventually. One is you got to learn how to create interest. And you and I, when we're brand new, can create interest because we've got credibility with people. The second thing we've got to learn how to do is overcome their concerns, right? Create interest, overcome objections, and then the third thing is close. So when someone says, what is it to you? You've got to figure out based upon the conversation you had. If you're prospecting somebody, you're talking to someone in a supermarket, or you're talking to a waiter or a waitress in a restaurant, and you say to them, hey, maybe they have a great personality, or maybe they're good with people. You say, man, our business is expanding right now. I would love to get together with you and talk about the possibilities. They're going to go, what is it? When can we grab 5 or 10 minutes where I could show you what we do? One of the objections that you'll get a lot is, I'm too busy. And first of all, I love when people are busy. When people are busy, that means they're ambitious, they're motivated. Like when I was new in the business, I ran a construction company during the day and I taught a karate school at night. I worked 7 days a week. So to me, when you find someone who's busy, they're motivated. What they need to do is see how we can rearrange their schedule. A lot of times when people say I'm busy, they think they have to put hundreds of hours a month in. I look at part-time as 8 to 10 hours a week. When you're new, if you could put 8 to 10 hours a week, and there's 168 hours in a week, we just got to be a little bit flexible. If you won the lottery and you had to pick up your lottery ticket, and it was millions of dollars, would you pick it up on a Tuesday night? Would you say, I can't make it, I'm too busy? So what we've got to do is we've got to focus on how can we rearrange our schedule a little bit, right? While you're new in the business, you want to put as much time into that, and you want to make sure that you attend all the meetings and make sure that you're rallying people each time. I want to talk to you about the fee, because a lot of times people say, is there a fee to join? There's actually not a fee to join Primerica, but there are fees to get licensed in the state you live in. And so there are fees involved to get licensed, but what Primerica put together is a reimbursement program. They actually pay for your license. So what happens is there's an investment of $99, but that investment that you lay out does not cover your licensing. We pay for your life license, your securities license when you come through the system. And while you're learning too, there's training reimbursements that you can qualify for also. So it's kind of like you earn while you learn. One of the challenges that we have sometimes is people say, I don't have the $99. And my first feeling is if you don't have the $99 in this economy, then you definitely need to make some part-time income. See, what you're saying is the investment of $99, is that worth the value? And that's why you need to come on board and learn more about who we are and what we do. You know, one of the concerns that people have, or really a big objection that people have early on is this a pyramid? First of all, a pyramid is something where you have to invest money into. You understand, when we pick up a $99 investment for an IBA, I don't get $90 and then the person that overrides us gets $9 in an override. There's no money paid to a person for recruiting anybody. The only time compensation is paid out is when a transaction is made or we help a family or a client with one of our products and services. One of the concerns that people say sometimes is this multi-level marketing? And first of all, we are not multi-level marketing. We are not network marketing. A lot of people affiliate us with that because there's a recruiting component in there. First of all, if we are a multi-level marketing company, we have to be registered as a multi-level marketing company, which we are not. We are registered as a financial services company. We market insurance products. We market investment products. We market financial concepts for people that you need to be licensed in. All growing companies recruit. When someone's laying off or downsizing, they're going the opposite way. But when companies are recruiting, it's because they're expanding, they're growing. See, to me, the opportunity to recruit, train, and develop people creates leverage. So I don't think we're a multi-level marketing company, which we are not. We're not a network marketing company. We're definitely not a pyramid. But what we are is leverage marketing. How you and I can put more hours in our day, more time in our day. So that's what we've got to do, is let's go create some leverage. One of the questions that I get asked a lot is this commission or salary? So when someone asks me that question, I always ask them the question back, well, which would you prefer? And a lot of times they'll say salary because they don't understand the difference or they don't see the value in a commission-based business. So when someone says salary versus commission, what they're really asking is, I want a guaranteed income. Well, but is a job guaranteed? I could tell, I've seen so many people over the years that have lost good jobs or have got downsized or right-sized or job forward, and fancy terms for fired. A secure job, really, the more money you make, the more of a liability you become for that company. I look at an opportunity. If you want security to me is an opportunity where you can recruit, train, and develop people and have a financial interest in people that have a financial interest in people. That's where the leverage and security comes in our business. One of the concerns we get a lot is, I can't sell, or I'm not good at sales. And I say, well, explain to me why. And then they start selling me on why they're not good at sales. See, to me, life is sales. You're either buying or selling. In our business, it's not a sales process as more as it's an education process. One of the things that we do is we show people how to get involved in what they need, not just things that they want. Think about this for a second. Everybody needs to protect their assets. Everybody needs to protect their family. Everyone needs to save money. Everybody needs to get out of debt. Everyone needs a financial game plan. Our business is an education process, not a sales process. One of the questions I get asked a lot is, do I have to buy the product? And I always say, there's nothing you have to purchase when you get involved with Primerica. But let me explain to you what I saw when I looked at the business. I sat in my business briefing, and the first thing I said to myself is, man, I need to get a financial needs analysis. I need to set up some investments and set up a financial game plan. So the real question is, people should be asking is, how soon could you sit down with me and show me what you do or what kind of value you provide? I always say, in order to be convincing, you've got to be convinced. It's when I go to a restaurant and I maybe want to have fish. I'll ask the waiter or waitress, which fish do you eat? What do you like the best? Well, they said, I don't eat fish, and I'm not going to take their recommendation. So the answer is, you don't have to purchase anything to come on board. But one of the things that you'll find is you're going to need all the things, all the services that we provide when you're in a situation where you need financial responsibility. I'm glad we had this opportunity to get together today and address some of your concerns and answer some questions. But the fact is, now the next step is for you to get started, right? To get you on come through the process of focusing on getting promoted and getting licensed and learning the business. So I always say there's a few different steps, and what your next step is, one is you want to get licensed. Why do you want to get licensed? You want to get licensed so you get paid, right? The second step is you want to bring people down to the office. I always say to people. Bring people to come see us or bring us to come see people. We want to do that so we can focus on getting you promoted, maybe getting you sprinted to district in your first 30 days. And then the last thing we want to do is we want to get you out across the kitchen table, and we want to show you what we do. See, in the meetings, we tell you what we do. Now we want to show you what we do across the kitchen table. And this way you can see the value that we provide for people. Let's get you started.